through 9. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He holds success in store for the upright. He is a shield to those whose walk is blameless. For he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithful ones. Then you will understand what is right and just and fair. Every good path. The word of God for the people of God.
Thanks be to God.
Good morning and happy Mother's Day.
Morning.
As I thought about what I was going to say in my message this past week, I thought, what can I say about mothers that has not already been said many times before? The answer is, I doubt there is anything I can say that would be new to you, or would be something that you have not heard before about how amazing mothers are. In fact, that's why we're here today, to celebrate the wonderful woman that brought us into this beautiful world. So, I decided to start with my favorite quote, mothers. Your arms were always open when I needed a hug. Your heart understood when I needed a friend. Your gentle eyes were stern when I needed a lesson. Your strength and love guided and gave me the wings to help me soar. Thank you, mothers, for all that you do. As I read this quote, I realized that every word that was said is true, and with many mothers, especially with mine. Your arms were open when I needed a hug. I don't know about you, but I hug my mom pretty much every day. Every morning before I leave to school, I get my stuff together and gather my lunch that she's so nicely made for me that morning, and I put it in my bag. I walk down the stairs, put on my shoes, and turn around yelling up the stairs, I'm leaving for school! She comes walking down, I wrap my arms around her and hug her with the same tight hug every morning. Then turn and walk out the door saying, love you. This morning routine sometimes seems a little rushed, especially on the days where I think I can sleep just for 10 more minutes, but this is a morning routine that I know I will never get tired of. Whether I'm having a bad day and need comfort of her embrace, or I'm leaving for school in the morning and just need to show that I love her. I will never be able to get enough of her love and embrace. Your heart understood when I needed a friend. My mother is honestly my best friend. I tell her my deepest secrets, we go for a girls' day out, and of course we talk about the latest gossip from school or work, that just as if we were in middle school. And I feel like if that's the way a mother-daughter or a mother-son relationship should be. There should never be a moment where you feel like you need to hide something from your parents. They are there to help you and understand you, even when you feel like they never will understand or never will forgive what had happened. Just like God, no matter what happens, God will always be there to help you up and balance you back on your feet when you feel like you've had too much to handle alone. Just like in the Bible, Isaiah 1:18 says, come now and let us reason together. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool. God will forgive us no matter what happens, and will always turn our problems into nothing, like our parents tried to do. And that's why he put our parents here for us, to be the ones to nurture us when we need nurturing, to be there when we need a shoulder to cry on, and to be our best friends when we have nobody else to go to. Just like God, our parents are our parents, and they will love us unconditionally. Your gentle eyes were stern when I needed a lesson. When we were younger, and some of us as we continue to grow older, we have mastered or tried to master the skill of not listening to what our parents say all the time. We tend to sometimes think that we know more than they do, or we tend to say, well, what do they know? Of course, as us children, when they say not to do something, our little temptatious minds think about doing what they tell us not to do. I mean, could you expect anything less from us? But, of course, as a parent, you are always there to put your foot down and teach us a lesson. It's what you do, and what us children may not want at the time, but will look back and think about all the times you were always there to teach us a valuable life lesson. It's part of the growing up experience. I remember listening to my mom tell us stories about my sister and I when we were younger, one specifically about my sister not listening. It was around Christmas time, and she would go and place my sister in the living room around the Christmas tree where some of our family presents were. My mom would look over at Michelle and say, don't touch the presents. She would then turn around and start doing something else when Michelle would slowly be moving her arm towards the present. My mom, without moving or turning around, would say Michelle's name. Michelle would then freeze and hope our mom wouldn't notice. And of course, mothers know everything, and I'm pretty sure for the longest longest time that I believed that she really did have eyes on the back of her head. But my mom would then walk over, move Michelle from the presents, and would tell her not to touch the presents and walk back. Every time my mom would walk away, Michelle would move towards the presents again, just to have my mom come over and tell Michelle not to touch the presents again. Even with the little situations like this, you as a parent were always there to teach us how to be a better person. Your strength and love guided and gave me the wings to help me soar. Every child when they are younger will always say that they want to be just like their parents someday. And of course, as we get older, we realize that as much as we love our parents, we have to become our own person. As a graduating senior, I'm realizing that I have to really start taking responsibilities into my own hands and become a more independent than I am right now, especially when I will be living down in Farmville in the next few months. This past year, I have taken a lot of responsibilities in my own hands, and I've learned a lot about time management when I try to balance my schoolwork, managing the soccer team, and trying to earn some money for college. But I can honestly say that I would not have been able to learn these skills without my parents there, giving me the hand when I get overwhelmed. My mom has been such a major help with anything that I have had trouble with. On some days, she is there in my room asking me if there is anything she can help me with when I come home from a long day of school, soccer practice, and a 4-hour shift at work. I know that I will be able to ask her anything and know that she will try to help us in any way, like a parent would. They want the best and absolute everything for their child to be successful and happy, just like God did. He wanted the world for us and cared so much for us that he gave his only son to us. His only son. One of the most valuable things to any parent. But God is my parent, just like he is your parent. He had to go through one of the hardest things with one of his children. As much as he wanted to help his only son, he wanted the best for the rest of his children as well. He gave us everything and protects us from any danger that comes our way. And his way of protecting us on earth is through our parents. With the guidance and support that parents give us throughout our childhood, when we become older, we are able to spread our wings and learn to soar on our own. Now that it is getting closer to the time that I leave for college, I know that I will be well prepared and ready to take that first leap of faith and soar on my own because of everything that my mom has done for me. There is no possible way for me to put into words how grateful I am for all the support I have been given from not only my mom, but the mother figures I have here at church. You guys have set such an amazing role model for not only me to follow and to look up to, but also as the youth here at church. As I end my message today, I would just like to say how grateful I am to have such an amazing and loving mother. Mom, you have no idea how much you have impacted my life. And I love you so much. I'm so proud to call you my